Joszko here from Vegerasta.com, and today we are going to prepare a mushroom bolognese with courgette pasta. This is one of my favorite dishes, which are very easy to make and very quick to make. The main ingredients for our mushroom courgette are going to be white mushrooms mixed with shiitake mushrooms, and the reason why I decided to choose them, they have completely different flavor and texture from the cup mushrooms or portobello mushrooms. They give that kind of like the very thick and a little bit even meaty consistency to your dish. So it is a great alternative. So we're gonna crack on this recipe, and apologies for the noise in the background. Unfortunately the induction cooker seems to be a bit noisy. So we're gonna start from frying our red onion. We are going to use one medium red onion along with 3 cloves of garlic to start with, and I'm going to use a little bit than 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I really don't like frying on oil, so we are going to saute the onion for a few minutes with a little bit of water as well. So we're gonna start from the garlic. And then we let it fry for literally 30 seconds or so. Very gently. And this dish is very unique. You can use different ingredients from time to time, so every single time it can be completely different. You can use, instead of the white mushroom, you can use the cup mushrooms. I'm adding the onion now, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of water. Just so we don't need to use too much oil in our cooking. And I'm going to decrease the temperature a little bit, so it's slowly frying on the low medium heat, I would say, and it should saute till the onion gets a little bit like transparent and translucent. So we're gonna wait till it's done, and in the meantime we can start preparing the tomato sauce. Of course, we have all sorts of different ingredients, but first we need to wait for the onion so it gets soft. And I'm using 80 grams of soaked sun-dried tomatoes, and they will really give us that additional really amazing tomato flavor. I'm also going to use the plum tomatoes, and I'm using them with the stems. Because all that smell, lovely tomato smell, and as well as lots of flavors is actually in the stems. So I'm going to blend them all together, and I'm going to add a few tablespoons of water to start with, so probably around 5-6 tablespoons. And we're gonna blend it in the meantime while we are waiting for the onion. Perfect. So this is ready, and right now I'm going to add and fry a little bit 1 cup of the split red lentils. So I'm gonna roast them here along with the onion. And I'm going to add a little bit more water. We are going to let them fry for a little while. I'm going to increase the temperature now to medium heat, from low medium heat to medium heat. And once it's done, in maybe around a minute, I'm going to add the mushrooms and I'm going to fry them for another minute or two, and then we'll start adding the sauce and the spices, and we're gonna cook all together. And then as the last ingredient we will add the courgette, which I'll tell you about in a second. Right, so we are going to add the mushrooms, and I'm going to start from the shiitake mushrooms. And the reason why is that the white mushrooms that you can get in the supermarkets, in Tesco, like those, they are very soft, so we cannot cook them for too long. So I'm going to fry shiitake first, because their texture is completely different. It's very thick. They have that kind of like the meaty kind of consistency, and they also require a little bit more cooking. Conversely to those who literally within 2 short minutes decrease in size significantly. So we are going to fry them, and here I'm going to add another tablespoon of oil. And very shortly we will add a little bit more water and the tomato sauce and the spices and the rest of the mushrooms. So we're gonna wait for shiitake mushrooms to get ready. In the meantime, the lentils are getting nice and crunchy, and it will also bring that Bolognese kind of consistency to your dish, which resembles the original in an amazing way. Right, so I'm going to leave it to cook for a little over 1 minute or so. I'm going to check it, and we're going to add the rest. Right. And now it's time to add wild mushrooms to our Bolognese mixture. I'm not going to chop them or cut them in any way, because they are very delicate, and they decrease in size significantly during the cooking. So I'm going to give them a little while here, so they cook for a short while with shiitake and split lentils. And in the meantime, I'm going to prepare the sauce that we've just made. It's very thick, so I will be adding some water to it, and it has that amazing flavor and smell, like literally the best tomatoes. And it's always good to mix sun-dried tomatoes with baby tomatoes or the plum tomatoes. So as you can see, the sauce is very thick. So I'm going to add probably around 5 tablespoons of filtered water. And we will start adding the spices as well. I'm just going to stir it first. And the mushrooms will get cooked in the meantime. And here I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of oregano to really create that kind of like the Italian flavor. Also 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika. And I really love white pepper with tomato sauce, so I'm going to use a little bit just to taste, and then we're gonna try it and see if it needs anything else. As a salt, you can use the sea salt or the Himalayan salt. So again, I'm adding to taste, and it cooks gently now. So we're going to let it cooked. I'm just going to stir the spices in, and later on we will add courgette. And courgette is the amazing type of the pasta made from courgettes. So you can spiralize it and get the ribbons like that. It's very popular in raw vegan cuisine, where basically you eat courgette raw. However, there is lots of misconceptions saying that you cannot cook it because it will fall apart, which is completely untrue. And you simply add the courgette at the end of your cooking process, just to warm it up a little bit and make it a little bit more softer. And it's the amazing alternative for the wheat pasta or gluten-free pasta. It's very delicious and not so heavy for our digestive system. And I'm using very cheap, very basic spiralizer that I got off Amazon for probably something like around 7 or 8 pounds. And it's definitely does the job very well. But first we're gonna wait for the other ingredients to cook, and then we'll add the rest. Okay, so right now our bolognese sauce is ready. So as the last step, I'm going to add our courgette, and I'm going to stir everything in together. We've got long ribbons here, which really looks like the traditional spaghetti bolognese. So I'm going to stir it all together. And of course, during that time, the courgette will get softer, so it's also gonna be easier for you to mix all together. We are going to let it cook together for a minute or two, and I'm going to sprinkle it with the nutritional yeast. And nutritional yeast, this is amazing type of the cheese replacement that is also fortified with B12 vitamin. So it's good to have it in your diet daily, or every other day, and it really brings that lovely cheesy kind of flavor to your dishes. So we are just mixing it just to ensure that the courgette is evenly covered with the sauce. And we're going to let it simmer, as I said, for probably around 2-3 minutes maximum, because the courgette cannot be too soft. We just want it to soften a little bit. So in 3 minutes it will be ready to serve. Right, so our Bolognese courgette is now ready. So I'm going to turn off the stove, and we can put it on the plate and prepare for serving. So I'm going to, let me just start from the pasta. Just look at the courgette ribbons. They are literally like cooked pasta. Truly amazing. And I'm going to top it off with a little bit more sauce and mushrooms. And decorate with some greens. And now it's ready to be enjoyed. Enjoy!